Hey everyone, and welcome to this video number 67 of the 1 video a day in the 100 videos challenge with the Internet Lifestyle Network. And today is also video number 5 in this little crash course that we call the Breakthrough Secret. And today I'm going to cover a model that is very good for you to work with if you really want to get into those 19 points of things you need to have your thoughts and mindset around to actually make that breakthrough. So stay tuned. So as you've seen in the previous videos, it's very important that if you want to have a clear breakthrough and you want to do some reprogramming of the way you actually have been shaped from the beginning in your mindset of pursuing anything in life, then it's very clear that every time we come to anything you need to change, it's all about your thoughts. Your thoughts is really where things can move around and change for the better, whatever you want to achieve. The thing that I'm going to cover right here is a model that is also really helpful if you really want to go there. It's actually called the movement breakthrough, working with the, as we call the model, the star of security and movement. So I actually want to go over to the computer today and just show you that I have a little presentation for you there. So let me get over there. So I'll disappear from the screen for a minute and then get behind the screen. So let me jump out of here. So here we have the star of security and movement, which is the model that you see right here. And I'll actually try and explain it to you by running actually a setup where we have one topic in mind, which is wealth. So if you think about wealth as the topic that you want to focus on to get around this little exercise, and at the end of this at the end of this video here, I actually also give you some opportunities to get hold of these slides here, so don't worry about taking too many notes, but listen instead. So first of all, what you need to clarify is your financial experiences. Actually, if you don't know too much about finances, it can be pretty hard to actually also change your financial situation, but most people actually know so much about finances because they have a lifelong experience with holding their household and everything else on finances. So most of us have some financial experiences. So you actually need to clarify those financial experiences in this model here. The other thing you want to do is clarify your thoughts around the future that you want to pursue. So if you want to go through some mind-blowing thoughts actually here to actually get to where you want to go with your future, this is the other thing that we want to put into this model. The other thing you want to clarify is your thoughts about yourself and basically also of others. These are the things that psychologically have been proven that you will have to go through if you want to sort of talk about wealth. This is not a presentation or a go-through of a money mindset or something like that. But when you talk about wealth as wealth in also both finances, money, and also basically in the freedom of that money can bring into your life. So let me just go to the next slide here. So if you look at this and we go to the center point, which is the green button in the middle here. So if you look at that one, this is the green zone of your life where you're actually going to pick out 7 points that you're very good at. We'll get into the depth of that in a minute. So 7 points is in the green zone of what you're very good at. The other one is the yellow zone, which actually is a zone where you want to pick 7 points that you should actually change. Things that you actually want to shape and make a difference in your life should go into those 7 points. We'll come back to how you do it in a minute. The other thing actually is the red zone. These are things that you might tend to do, but things that you really need to stop doing immediately. So let me just put it in a different way so you get a good understanding of it. The green part here is actually everything that we know. So what we know and actually is things that we need to build about this experience here. So green actually covers what we know that we know, meaning that if you build on already existing experiences and all the skills that you actually master, that means the things that you actually can do be based on what you have of knowledge. This is also where we tend to stay around a lot when we want to be living our life the way we do, because most of the time it's here we have our comfort zone. So the green is what we know that we know. The yellow zone actually is what we know that we don't know. That means this is here where we can make some movements in our lives. It's built on what we actually can think we can create for future values. So it is actually things that we know, but it's our ability to actually take them to us and actually take them closer to us and make our thoughts go around them, so it's possible of making the movements through this zone here. And this is also typical things as we know them that hold us back, which is also what we in other terms call the fear of loss. The things that we fear to do because it's uncomfortable and we don't want to get out there because we're a little bit afraid of it, but we know it. The last one, the red one, is what we don't know that we don't know. So this is pretty critical here, that you understand that everything that is in the red area is things that we actually can dream of, things that we actually usually dream of. But these also are blind zones. This is actually things where you, if you think about the physical eye can watch in a certain direction, but it can at the same time not see anything in another direction, for instance, behind you. So things of that is actually for us to be in a situation that we really don't know it, but actually we want to make sure that we get to know it. So this is also here where we need to help ourselves or get help to actually start seeing better in this sense here. So this is just explaining a bit about the zones that we're working with. But here comes the critical thing about the essence actually of making this exercise. So if you start taking a blank piece of paper and start writing down some of those things that we talked about in the beginning about the financials or whatever you want to do when you talk about wealth. So remember, this here is all slides and exercise about wealth as a topic. So here on the green one, it could be something like, if you, let me see if I can get this here going. So if you think about this, things that you are good at. So I'm good at something. So if you put I'm good in front of it, you'll come across some of those. For instance, this could be I'm good at earning money. So this is what you're good at. And you're probably good at understanding your financial advisor. Most people actually get successful meetings in the bank if they have an understanding of their financial advisor's mindset. And you might also be good at selling. That could be another point. You can figure those 7 points out yourself, but this is the 7 most important things that you know that you want to put in the green zone, things you actually are good at. You might be good at setting up a budget, so you actually understand your finances and your economy. And you also might be very good at generating ideas of income. That means that you can figure out to have like multiple income streams. You might be able to figure out what type of entrepreneurial business you want to run, online marketing, network marketing, affiliate systems, whatever type of areas where you can make an income. You might be good at that. It's also very critical that you put these points up in a list that you, so this is actually the known things that you know, as we talked about in just a minute ago. So it could also be, I understand the risk and advantages concerning investments. So if you start earning money, if you know the cash flow quadrant from Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, you also know how this advantage of understanding investments could be pretty neat. And also, you're very good at dreaming of money. So these are the things that are very clear that you can put up here, because these are all things that you know. So let's go to the next one, which is the yellow one. And the yellow part here is things that, as we talked about before, you can dream about. The things that you actually can, and you can actually make a movement here. So this could be things that you actually know all about, but most time avoid because of the fear. It could be, for instance, here things that you should do. So if you put should in front of all the sentences, it might help you a bit. So if you put something like this, one could be, I should pay all my bills on time. It could be, I should learn more about investment. I should actually spend less than I earn. Or it could be like this one here, I should be more consistent with my daily method of operations. This is where most entrepreneurs actually fail, because they don't stay consistent. Most of us that is in the Internet Lifestyle Network part of the world, we know that this is very critical that you stay consistent. The other one is you should probably reach out to more prospects so you have more people to talk to. And you should probably network more with him or with her or whatever. Find some more people, and people that you had in your list or in your knowledge base or in your friend base or anything else that you really should network more with. Or it could also be that you should be better at time management. So these are things that you know of, and also things that you probably should be better at doing. So this is the sense in the yellow part. Here comes then the red part, which is pretty critical, because these are the things you should immediately stop doing. So this is where you actually decide to put stop in front of it. So if you say stop complaining about any money concerns, that should probably be what you should actually stop doing immediately. Because if you talk about the things that you don't have, I don't have money, I don't have this, and I don't have that. If you start talking about that, you should stop doing that, because this is where your mind will take you. You should also stop about all these comfort shopping or comfort eating or whatever you want to do. So it's these type of things you do if you have hard times. Stop doing that. The other thing you should stop immediately doing is seeing money as your identity. We're talking about this is the example of wealth, actually, right? So you should also stop saying money is the root to all evil. This is one of those sentences that you really want to get rid of in your vocabulary. So the other thing probably could be the last one is here. Don't be so chaotic about money. That's a critical one. This actually should say 5 here, but anyway, it says 7. So this is actually the things that you should focus on in this red area. So you find 5 points that you should stop immediately doing. That will help you go that route. So if you then take a list of these 19 things, the 7 green topics that you want to do, the 7 topics of the red or the 7 topics of the yellow you want to stop immediately doing, and the 5 topics of the red that you should stop immediately. Then you have that as the aim of where you want to take your focus. So if you have those 9 things are the ones that are going to be your daily focus, and you have to hold yourself accountable on these ones. And if you actually sort of identify this, then it'll be much more helpful for you actually to get over and make sure to make those changes in your life. Okay, but let me pop out of this presentation here and get in front of the screen again and just say adieu and goodbye to you. So see you on the screen here. So that was a bit of stuff that I want to share with you today, which is a model that I have used a couple of times with my team and with myself especially. And this is a very, very good model. And actually below this video, I'll put a link to a PDF version of this document, and I'll make sure that it doesn't contain any errors in there. So I'll just make sure I correct it before I actually send it out to you guys. So, by the way, it was all I had to say today, which is the 5th video of this crash course. And I'll try and make a wrap up of those last 5 videos tomorrow on the next, actually just to give you sort of like a conclusion on that. So I hope to see you very soon on the internet. So Ronnie signing off here, and hope you have a wonderful evening, and bye bye for now. See you on the internet.